So hopefully you guys can hear me all right. These are the roads that I generally take the STI out to whenever I want to go like test it, get new parts on the car, and want to see how the car actually reacts and feels. So it's a pretty fun place, lots of good like curvy roads. And it's like up here deep in the mountains also. So I'm not going to be digging into the car too much. Like as you guys can see, it is still a public road, but I will be getting into the car a little bit more than I normally would, just to see how the new tune actually feels on the car with all the parts. And once we get out here in the woods a little bit more, some of this traffic will start to die off. But so far the car's feeling good. I love just coming up into the mountains with the car. You can really like get the feeling of the car and see how it's responding. It's just fun to play with. Wow, that's the most feedback knock I've ever seen. Negative 0.70, wow. Entering Carbonado. So Carbonado is generally where I come out into the mountains. There's not too many people once you get past the city. Maybe just a couple people going up to the top of the mountain or so, but generally the roads are pretty empty and they're fun to drive. So now we get into the twisties. I'm gonna let these bikes get ahead of me for a little while. Let them go ahead. It is a nice day too, so there might be more people up here than usual, but for the most part it's always pretty empty up here. So like I said, I want to let those bikes get ahead of me like a decent ways. They're just taking their time though. But once we hit this first corner up here, I want to start getting on the car a little bit more. I keep catching up to them, dude. Come on, you guys are on bikes. You guys normally mob. There's bicyclists up here too. Just coming in and out of corners with the new power feels so much better. We're probably gonna run this road 2 or 3 times. Because look at these corners, man, I tell you. Dude, it feels so good. Like even on bags, so the car's on bags, the power is very usable. It's very usable power, it comes on very quick, and it's very controllable. I'm gonna pull off right here for a minute. I'm gonna let these bikes get ahead of me. Quick recap. Car, very usable power, handles incredibly well. It sticks to the road, it gives you so much confidence, and it's just, I love it. So I'm gonna go again because I feel like those bikes are pretty like decently ahead now. Oh, it feels so good. So this is a one-way bridge. You gotta yield to traffic. Well, it's a one-lane bridge, so you always gotta make sure, take your time on going across the bridge, make sure no one's over there. And it looks pretty empty. I need to take the BRZ up here and do the same thing with the BRZ before we turbocharge it, because I wanna see the differences of before the car reacts and after the car reacts of forced induction. But this car, like, Jesus Christ, dude, I could not be any happier with the way that this car is handling and driving. The power response, like I knew the suspension handled well, but I didn't know how well the suspension was going to handle with additional power, because before we went to the dyno, we made like 99 more horsepower over what we had before. Oh, I love it. I wonder if they fixed the road out here. Did they? I think they did. Oh, they did fix the road. We're gonna keep going this way. So this way goes out to this really dope bridge out here. Like, this whole road collapsed not too long ago. A car fell into a sinkhole. It was nuts. Nuts. But I love coming up here into the mountains. It's like so relaxing, it's so soothing, and it's nice to get away from just the city for a while. See you in the car, and that's one of my, I tell you guys this on like every drive, but one thing I love about the STI is just the mechanical feel of the car. There's not a lot of driver assists, and you can turn them off relatively easy, but it just feels so good. So IATs also are doing fantastic with this front mount. So it's about 87 degrees out. Intake temps have been about 81, 82 degrees. So we're sitting below ambient temperature, which is awesome. That's what we want to see. I feel like those hood vents that we installed are doing what they're supposed to. After I installed the hood vents, I saw like there's probably a 5 to 7 degree drop in IATs, just letting some of that heat escape. I get a hood scoop delete on Monday, so that should also help with cooling, being able to push more air through the front stack rather than just pushing it all through the hood scoop and air just violently flying around in there. This is where this car belongs. It belongs in the mountains. So fun. I get like so hyper focused on the road, and I know it doesn't look as intense on camera as it is in person, but like it is nuts. It's such a nuts feeling. Something that I'm noticing while driving that I want to improve on the car is chassis rigidity. Like it's pretty rigid as is, but I want it stiffer so that the steering response is a lot more, I guess you could say, touchy versus what it is now. So I think adding in that roll cage that I was talking about in the next couple months of just really stiffening up the chassis will help significantly to get the car where I want it to. But overall, this is such a good power interval because it's all such usable power that comes on extremely quick. It's very responsive. Like, I didn't really get into it with the wastegate opening, and I was getting on the car pretty hard. Access port values, because I know a lot of people are interested in those. Fine knock and went to about -2.45. Feedback knock about -1.40. Dam stayed the same, so nothing concerning there. But I've been in about 3rd to 4th gear the entire time, going about 45 to, I don't know. I wasn't really looking at the speedometer. But it feels so incredible. Like, I am so happy with the way that this car has been built and the amount of meticulous time that I've put into it. like, yes, even the smallest mods, like a bushing, they all add up to make a difference. And that's something that a lot of people look past, is they go for all these big power mods all the time. But without having the smaller foundational parts, you can't build like a good responsive car. And you need the smaller foundational parts. So I'm gonna get on the car on the way out of here a little bit. Please get out of the road, sir. Or at least just off to the side. But the roads up here are always a blast. Oh, I just love it. This is always a bad corner. People always like come across the lane. I couldn't be happier with this thing. I would take those corners harder, but I can't see around them and I don't want to hit anyone, so keep it controllable. So some final thoughts coming out of the drive about the car that I want to improve the car on, and just some overall thoughts, is that I think 400 wheel horsepower, perfectly good power interval. You do not need a ton more than that. The car handles and reacts just fine, especially for driving like this. This is the type of driving that I like to do. I don't like to go fast in a straight line. Not my gig. I like to take corners. I like to like get on the car, really handle it, be able to get like in tune with it around corners and how it's actually handling and responding to my driving. So like I was saying earlier, a couple things that I want to do is I really want to stiffen up the chassis a little bit more. I think that adding that roll cage will be a huge addition to chassis rigidity and safety. I try to be as safe as possible. I have a new helmet coming. I ordered one of those HCC ones, whatever they are, so we can actually go out to the track again and start doing track events when they fully start to open up without like super limited spacing. Even the bags handle so well when paired with other quality supporting mods that I wouldn't give it up. I wouldn't give it up. You have the versatility of the bags to be able to air them up, to be able to go over things that you wouldn't necessarily be able to do on coilovers. They handle extremely well when set up properly. Mine are not 100 set up properly, but they are set up to handle, and it feels incredible. That's why, like, you guys will see a lot of cars when they air out, they're all the way on the ground. Mine doesn't go all the way on the ground because I have my suspension set up to a point where I can take it up into the mountains and do stuff like this, where the car actually handles and big bumps. Where the car actually handles in a real performance manner. Overall, I'm extremely happy with it. Let's get back into town. I'll wrap this video up and then we can get on with our days, because I love this thing. I'm so hyped about it. So hyped about everything that we've done with it. And there's still so much more that we're gonna do. All right, there we have it, you guys. STI did phenomenal in the mountains. It handled exactly like we wanted it to. The power response was through the roof. It was incredibly responsive, spooled quickly, handled corners extremely well. Like I was talking about, I do want to swap those seats out for some Cusco Bride Zetas, or maybe something a little stiffer, but we're also gonna get that cage added, which should significantly help with chassis rigidity, especially going up into the mountains. But overall, engine itself did great, no issues. I'm just letting it breathe right now for about 5-10 minutes after really getting on it. So with that, you guys know the drill. If you like the video, you know what to do. Hit that like button, turn it blue like the Subaru. I need to pop my ears. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, which you should be, do it in one of these corners. Don't know which one I'm going to pick quite yet, But anyways, with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, homies. Woo!